First off, let me just say, when I first learned about this story right here that I'm bringing to you, and yes, this is my Facebook account. That is my name right there for anyone who wants to uh, add me on Facebook if you have a Facebook account. But when I first heard about this story with Jamie Foxx, I laughed. To go back into, Jamie Foxx had a sexual encounter with this woman, and 16 years later, she's claiming that she wants to sue him or have some charges brought up against him because apparently, allegedly, he slapped her in the face with his dick. I was like, that's why I said this. I can't take this Me Too Times Up movement, if so-called movement, seriously at all. I mean, at all. Like, none of it makes any sense to me whatsoever. Like, it's just killing me right now, just knowing that you can actually now take something that is commonly known to happen in during intercourse and try to use that as a form of abuse. Now, when I was reading the article, she was saying stuff like how she was kicked out of the room, and then she said she had a panic attack. I said, okay, she had a panic attack. So you mean to tell me you did not once think about going to the police to file this claim that Jamie Foxx did what you claim he did to you? But luckily, Jamie Foxx said, oh, he's fighting back and he's going to do it legally. I said this case, in my opinion, has no legs to stand on. To me, it's one big joke. I wouldn't be surprised if this so-called victim runs over to Gloria Allred and tries to build something off of this. But like I said, this is just a season to go after black men. And Jamie Foxx is apparently the next one up on the chopping block. And ironically, this happens after it is announced that he uh you know got the role of Spawn in the Spawn remake, reboot, whatever you want to call it, which I will be checking out most likely when it comes out next year. But is another reason I wanted to make this video. It's a reason why I'm covering this video from my Facebook page and not how I usually do it, because I ended up getting into, I guess you can say, a war of words with somebody on my comment section about this particular post. And it's like everything seemed like it was fine and everything, and then everything just went completely left for all the wrong reasons. Now, this person that, like, who I'm showing to you, I don't care if their name is on the daggone post. I have since then blocked them from my page. Like, I really have, because they really went off the rails with their responses to me and everything like that. And it doesn't surprise me, because this is not the first time they have done that on my page. It's just been a while since they have done it. But I'm going to just go ahead and go through these comments right quick. Okay, everybody, meet Chelsea Trinice. I do not give a damn that her name is in the post. She's probably not even going to see this daggone video. Who cares if she does? Because it really completely went left after this. Okay, so you saw what I wrote. I said the silly shit I heard all day is some woman wanted to sue Jamie Foxx for slapping his dick across her face 16 years ago. She left a comment at the top that says, sounds like a great time. It got 6 reactions, as you can see right here. Now, I would pull up the reactions, which is right here, but I don't want to show you all the people's names. But I pulled it up on my phone just to be sure. And she left a laughing emoji. So apparently she thought that this post was funny, just like everybody else. This post only had 2 reactions to it. A laughing or a shocking face reaction to it. That's it. There was no likes or anything attached to it. So that was 3 hours ago. I replied back and said, this shit is hilarious. Now, here's where it changed up. This is 29 minutes ago. Now, look at how quickly her whole thing shifted. She said, I don't think it's hilarious, but if they were having intercourse, it's kind of asinine. If he just walked up to her, slapped her with his penis without her consent, then it's a problem. Black men have an issue with consent. A lot of black men will get their wake-up call. This is a black woman saying this, by the way. She's not a troll, but she's speaking in a very troll-type tongue right now. Now, mind you, she said, I don't think it's hilarious, yet she wrote this comment, sounds like a great time, and left a laugh emoji reaction to it. Okay, let me continue. I said, you just said this sounds like a good time to you, then turned around and talked about consent. Which is it? And since you want to talk about consent, do I need to pull up those rape stats? Meaning how mostly white men are the ones who are the reason for rape. to what she said, if it was consensual, if it was not, then obviously that's not cool. Do you know what consent is? Obviously not. So it's amazing how she really changed it up in a 3-hour time span. She says, pull up a tape stat. Well, she meant to say rape stat. If you want, what is that going to prove? I'm a sexual assault victim advocate before you go on a misogynistic rant talking about shit you know nothing about. It's almost like she went from hot to cold that quick. So now I'm a misogynistic person. Okay, let's continue. I said, so you believe that some random woman allowed Jamie Foxx to walk up to her 16 years ago and slap her in the face with his dick, and she allowed it to happen? And I do know what consent means, because basically she's trying to insult my intelligence. She says, black women are sexually assaulted by 60% by the age of 18 by black men, so go ahead. These men of stature are getting caught up because they thought their power and proximity to whiteness granted them access to do the engaged lascivious acts. There goes those white woman talking points coming out of a black woman's mouth. Let's see this. Okay, she says, allow. What do you mean by that? Do you think rape victims allow rape? Rethink that verb. And then she wrote again. I could barely get a word of edgewise in because she kept typing over and over and over again. Like she typed for a good 5 minutes straight. She said, you probably think people allow themselves to be murdered too, right? Do children allow themselves to be molested? Explain this allow. If he did walk up to her and do this, what could she do not to allow it? If it was consensual, then fine. If not, then that's disgusting. Then I left this article that came from TMZ right here. And then she said, it is plausible that he did it. She got kicked out for not performing oral sex. It might be hard for you to fathom, but things like these go on at parties constantly. It's commonplace. I said, and how do you know she's not lying? And why didn't she go to the police? And a panic attack? Why wait this long to say anything? This case has no legs. And I put case in quotations. She says, oh, but you were the one who loves R. Kelly, Chris Brown, and Bill Cosby too, though. And then she says, people wait long to report these incidents because of assholes like you who are quick to claim they are lying. And I says, are you one of those Me Too times up people? Now watch what she responds. She says, they don't want to be ridiculed. They think it is shameful. We live in a patriarchal system that victim blames. What is a Me Too times up people? Now it's amazing how she claims she doesn't know what that is, but what she's projecting onto me right now is the same exact thing those Me Too times up people would do. And I'm like, how do you not know what they are? I'm like, where have you been since October? I know you know who they are. She's trying to play dumb or play naive. She says you want to act obtuse and think men with power and money won't use that power and money to overpower people. So she's basically saying that black men have all this type of power. Apparently, the way that she's projecting it, we have more power than white men. Notice she didn't come back to me about the stats with the rape stats. She says, I didn't say all women were lying about rape, but I question the timing of a lot of the claims. Now I know you're one of those femma nut cases. She says, next time a black man gets gunned down in the street, I'm going to ask, why did you allow someone to overpower you and harm you? I'm going to call him a liar because you seem to love to discredit women when I'm out with these things. Like I said before, I'm a sexual assault victim advocate. I've seen some things that you have no experience or expertise in. I said, so you believe all the women who claim that are rape? What about all the innocent black men in jail behind the lies of a so-called rape? I already see what and whose side you're on. And then I said I shouldn't have responded to this entire post because you completely contradicted yourself after the very first comment you left. You made a joke of it and then got mad after I said it's hilarious. Then this was the last comment this is the second to last comment she left. She said, okay, I'm a nutcase and you're a dusty rape apologist who hates women. Okay. If she came out 10 years ago, you still wouldn't believe her, so why does it matter? I know what I will say the next time a black male is harmed by police or disbelieved by mainstream society. Dusty no-teps like yourself love the white man's patriarchy and sexism, but hate his racism. Go figure. Where are your stats on all the innocent black men that are in jail behind rape? And then she ends up, hold on. Well, you can't really see it because I can't scroll down any further. She says, consent is the word of the day. I had to research the case and the shit didn't sound consensual. But all that she said literally contradicts itself after she wrote this comment right here and left one of these laughing emojis up here. So y'all let me know what you think. I've already blocked her because she went, like I said, she went from hot to cold just that fast. And I don't care that y'all see her name on here. I really don't. Don't come onto my page sideways like that ever again. Period. I call out trolls numerous times on my YouTube channel. I'll call out the ones that, and the thing is, I don't really know her personally like that. We've never met. The only time we've ever talked is on here. Now notice I didn't call her out of her name. Anytime I was being as respectful as possible, but she called me dusty. She called me a misogynist, and she said she says what is a dusty no tep. She called me all kinds of other things that she could come up with, and I did not once call her out of her name. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to you in the next one.